What's up, everyone? I am the devastating Just Cause, and this is DJC Game Studios. And it is St. Patrick's Day. Green, green, green. This is also green. Alright, enough of that. Let's get into it. Let's talk stuff. Let's talk stuff. Let's talk stout. Let's drink some stouts. No, let's talk some stuff about video games. That's not what I was going to say. Let's talk about games. They have something to do with green, because it's not easy being green. We're talking about 3 different games here. We are talking Frogger. We are talking Frog Bog. It's 2. And we're talking about the card games, because, you know, the felt's kind of usually green. Like this. I think this is actually made from Las Vegas blackjack felt, is from what I was told when I bought it on the street for only $75. And if you believe that, then maybe you'll be interested in our next subject, and that is Intellivision versus Amico. Graphic I like. Let's see these classic games reimagined. What are we going to expect? Let's start with everyone's favorite for Intellivision, the Frog Bog. It's not called the Frog Bog, but for all intensive and educational purposes, we will call it Frog Bog. So Frog Bog starts and you're on a lily pad and another lily pad, and it kind of changes from day to dawn to night, or dusk till night. From dusk till dawn, remember that? That won't be on the Amico. But Frog Bog was always been a favorite of everyone's. It's a favorite of mine. It was also in the Grandma's Boy comedy, Grandma's Boy. Anyways, this is already silly enough. I think we'll just end it here. Please like and subscribe. No, I'm kidding. Frog Bog was cool. You could either do 1 or 2 players. You could do a fixed arc with your frog, so it would just go, you'd hit the controller back or forth, and it would just jump, and you just have to time it to eat bugs with its tongue. You also could set a thing to where you could control the tongue, so you could literally put a side button and it would go. Anyways, it didn't sound like that. It was just, you know what I mean. And you could also do full control of the frog, meaning you could jump him into the pond, you can make him swim around, you can control the tongue. There was the best way to play this game, to be honest, was the fixed arc, because that way you just had to time the bug eating. I cannot wait to see this redone on the Amico. I think this is going to be another one of those fun games that both kids and adults can play. And I'll tell you what, the kids are going to have a blast with this, as I did as a child. I think it's going to be amazingly looking. I mean, look at Shark. So you can only imagine how the pond and the grass and the lily pads will look. Maybe you can pick different frogs, like toads, different wart setups. Remember wart? Different colors of frogs, a brown frog, a tree frog, a bullfrog. You know, fun stuff. Fun, like me. Anyways, that's one I cannot wait to see. I think it's going to be a fantastic Amico game. I'm not sure if it's in the first run of games, but I know it's definitely got to be on their list, because it is a good one. Also, did you know that Frog Bog is going to be on the Evercade? Moving on. Our second one in this greeny green lineup for St. Patrick's Day is Frogger. Now, my first indication with Frogger, my first experience with Frogger was, oh my god, it's hot. My first experience with Frogger was actually on the Atari 2600 at my cousin's. That's the version I pretty much cherish the most. And then eventually, I played the arcade version, like later in life. How did I never run into Frogger in the arcade? I'm sorry, I take that back. I think I might have played it once or twice. And I was like, whoa, this is different than the Atari. And I was like so hooked on the Atari version that playing it in the arcade even made me go, huh. It made me go, I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, what I'm saying is that Frogger is going to be one of the dominoes. It'll be a domino. The domino effect of games. Hey, look, that thing's still there. Right there, that little adapter. Forgot to tuck it up. Hey, RoboForce. All right. Get back on track. I skidded off the rails. I'm going to jump back on track just like a HO scale locomotive that you set back, and you have to take both the back and the front and make sure it's lined up, and then try the little thing, and then it starts moving again. Anyways, unless you're into terrain collecting, you will not understand that. Moving on. Frogger is a cool game. I always was something that touched my heart back in the day. I used to love like catching frogs, and it was I guess it was just a little boy's dream, little girl's dream, whatever. I remember hatching frogs from pollywogs. That didn't make no sense, but it rhymed. What is going on? I did not hatch frogs from pollywogs, but that would be a good rap verse. Sorry. Anyways, Frogger came from eggs, which turned into pollywogs, which then gained legs and arms, and then became frogs and crawled up on the riverbanks and became humans. I don't think that's how it worked. Anyways, Frogger on the Amico. Now, I know they're definitely redoing this. It's one of those franchises they do got. So I cannot wait to see this. I'm thinking, obviously, you'd start off, as the classic Frogger, going across the rows of traffic, and then you go through the little sidewalk part where the snake's going like this. And then after that, you're crossing it. Why did Frogger always have to die when falling in the water? I think if they're going to redo it on the Amico, let's make it realistic. A frog is not going to die falling in the water. He's definitely not going to go... But hey, it's just one improvement that could happen. Maybe he can't fall in because there's piranha, or there's something in that river that was just really bad for him to go into. But then you had the little girl frog on the log, and you linked up with her, and you got extra points. Maybe that shouldn't be on there either. Anyways, wow, this is a violent and offensive game already. I think we should cancel it. I'm joking, of course. I am not about that. Frogger is going to be amazing. Now imagine the graphics. Could you imagine the graphics of the water glistening? And going back to like that version of Shark, you can only imagine what a version of Frogger is going to look like. But maybe after he crosses the traffic and the river to get into their little cubby holes, then you go on and the screen moves up. And it's like in the next board. And now there's like a forest and another winding river, maybe some lakes, some streams. You get it into this just constant world of Frogger. Not saying it's becoming a platformer, but maybe like a vertical platformer, Who knows? I don't. Only the people in Intellivision know. But I cannot wait to see that on Amico. And rounding up this green special, besides my nonsense, is the game. I'm going to kind of put them in a category. Royal Dealer, because they're green. Royal Dealer, horse racing, we've already kind of covered that. Poker and blackjack and roulette. Now I'm talking card games or Vegas games. So a roulette, poker, cards. Now we've seen that they have spades. They have, the dice game was, I think, Farkle. But I cannot wait to see this whole Las Vegas, or I don't want to say gambling, because I don't think they're going to promote it as gambling. But like that, or maybe you could do roulette, poker, blackjack, a bunch of just different card games. But I know that it'll make it look awesome. I know it'll be cool looking. And they've got to bring back the shifty-eyed dealer. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Be happy. There we go. And I believe that is going to be one of those things. Like I said, you can call this thing a machine for your kids. You can call it a machine for the parents. When the kids go to sleep, the parents keep going, and they play these games. It can be an electronic board game machine. It's going to be a trivia machine. It's going to be a defuse the bomb machine. I think the Amico is going to make these games look fantastic. It's going to get a group of people in the same room to have fun. And I'm not going to really go on and on about the card games. I'm just saying I cannot wait to see the return of Shifty Eye Dealer. Anyways, if you agree with me with all these green games, then please like, please subscribe, And we'll see you on the next one. Where's the green beer at? What's going on? All right. I got the green beer. Here's to all of you out there, all my subscribers, everyone watching. Have a great St. Patrick's Day. Please stay safe. Do not drink and drive. And here's to you. Smooth.